It's time. We're finally doing another shell challenge. It's been like a year since I did one of these, I feel like. But shell challenges are one of my favorite things to do in The Sims, and so it's about time we bring it back. If you're new around here, you're not sure what this means, basically, a shell challenge is where I build a random box. As you can see from this gallery thing, it's a random empty box in The Sims. And your goal is to download it and then turn it into a real house, or a restaurant, or a bar, or whatever you want to make it into. You can turn this shell into anything, and there is only one rule. You can't move any of my existing walls. So as you can see, I've placed it here. This is kind of a weird shell. Oh, hang on, sorry, let's game. Although I have definitely done weirder shells in the past. I've done ones that are like entirely diagonal. This one is not diagonal, although it is a little bit odd when it comes to like trying to roof it and do a floor plan, because it's sort of small and it's got all these little weird like boxy bits. It's difficult, especially when it comes to roofing. But this is the whole shell. It's on my gallery. My name is just lilsimsie on the gallery. If you go to hashtag #DecemberSimsie shell, you should be able to find it as well. But like I said, the rules are very simple. You literally just download this lot, place it in your game, and then turn it into something. You can do a lot to it. You can like rotate it if you want to. You can put it on a bigger lot. You can change the wall height. You can put foundations and platforms and stuff. If you wanted to add like a balcony, I don't mind. This is totally fine. The only thing you can't do is add walls. So you wouldn't be allowed to like put a wall here. That's cheating. The whole point is that the shell has to stay the same. No additional walls can be added. Half walls, fences, roofs, foundations, all of that is fine. You just can't add extra walls. Because once you add a wall, you're starting to change the shell of the build. And the whole point is that this shell has to stay the same. But literally anything else goes. Of course, you can add a floor plan on the inside. That's different. You need to put like bathrooms and stuff. But the exterior walls, these must stay the same. That means you can't be like, you know what? I want this to be bigger. No, leave my walls alone. Say it with me. Do not touch Simsie's walls. Do not touch my walls. But that's the whole challenge. And then once you're done, you can post to the gallery with the hashtag #DecemberSimsie shell, and then I'll tour some of them on YouTube. Now, granted, my channel has literally doubled in size since the last time we did one of these, so I'm gonna quickly remind you that I will probably not see yours. I'm gonna do my best to look at a lot of them, but there are a lot of us. In the past, the hashtag is like trended on the gallery. There have been a lot of posts to it. So if your only goal is for me to see it, probably don't do it. Like if you're gonna be really upset if I don't see your build, it might not be worth attempting. This is more for those of you who just really want to do a shell challenge. If you're like me, you like to build, maybe you want to get started building, this is a good chance for you to jump in with us here. These are kind of hard to do, but maybe it'll be easier because you don't have to figure out like the exterior walls. Either way, I'm going to show you guys what I did with my shell challenge. And of course, you can do literally anything. I'd love to see how creative you are. People in the past have built like alien spaceships and boats and like all kinds of wacky things with my shell. And it's so funny how like I just build some little suburban house and they're like, here's my alien spaceship. Hello? But like I said, let's jump right into that speed build. So as you can see, I actually rotated the lot. The first thing I did was flip it around, and then I tried to do the roofing. And the roof is always very difficult, I feel like, with this sort of thing, because the shell, you can't move it around. Usually with the roof when I struggle, I'm like, oh, I'll just move it. I'll just make a room bigger. I'll just add something to it. But when you're doing a shell challenge, you can't do that. So the roof and the floor plan were very hard for me, especially the floor plan upstairs. I cut out a lot of my struggles, but I like went back and forth redoing the upstairs so much in this build. And I'm like cursing myself for doing this. Like, who made this stupid shell? Whose idea was this? But I think one of the interesting things that I tried to do was use platforms as the foundation. So I actually made the bottom floor medium wall height, which you're allowed to do. You just can't move the walls. You can make them taller if you want. So I made the bottom floor medium wall height, and then I put a platform on the outside of the build, like as the porch, instead of using a foundation, so that the house is like taller in some places. It makes leveling really easy because the whole building is on a platform, and then certain rooms have higher platforms than others. And so I was able to do it this way and then actually have some like multi-leveled landscaping, which you'll see kind of come together as we're doing it, which I've been trying to do a bunch with like foundations a few weeks ago before we had platforms. And now that we have platforms, it's so easy. So I was messing around a little bit with that, and I had a lot of fun this way because now my room is actually like in between a medium and short wall height. It's like a little bit taller than short wall height, but smaller than medium wall height because I've put this platform there instead. So I don't think it's actually like split level. I don't think there's like a lower living room or anything. It just happens to be entirely on a platform to make the walls seem shorter than they are, which sounds a bit weird, but you'll see it kind of come together here. It was really annoying messing with because, you know, the platforms glitch so much and like change the entire height of the rooms and stuff. So I really struggled with that. I also spent a long time trying to figure out like the floor plan downstairs. So I moved things around a lot. I always start off with filler furniture. I'm like, okay, I know I want to have a living room, a dining room, and a kitchen, right? So how can I like lay those things out? So I just put like a random red rug and I'm trying to like figure out where things need to go. We managed to make it work in the end, but this took me a long time on stream. I was like going back and forth messing with it so much, but like I said, it ended up coming together in the end. It just took me a bit to get there. And so if you want to do this too, like I said, you can do literally anything with it. You can make it into any sort of lot type. There are literally no rules except don't touch my walls. Like if you want to make it a park, if you want to make it a bar, a museum, whatever, do whatever you want. There are no rules at all to this challenge. The whole point is that you can be creative, try and do something interesting. It's a fun way to like branch out a little bit, I feel like, with your building and try and do new things, like how I tried this weird platform thing I never done before, because I was like, I want to be cool. I want a cool, fancy build for the shell challenge. So I tried this like weird platform thing for the first time. Worth it, in my humble opinion, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm a little bit biased because I built it, but it was worth it. I also tried to do a different color scheme than usual. I don't often use like light wood flooring in my houses, you might have noticed, but people in my chat were like, Kayla, try and do lighter wood. And I was like, oh, who do you think you're talking to? And then I was like, fine, it's a shell challenge. We're branching out. Like in the past, I did like an entirely blue and orange house once, trying to make that work. It ended up being kind of cool. This one has light wood flooring. Shocking. I used actually yellow siding and like beige brick too, which I don't think I really use either of those two things very often. So I definitely branched out a little bit. Okay, we did this weird like multi-layered landscaping thing. We have the new brick colors. We tried something different, all right? It was different than usual. I will link some of my past shell challenges down below. If you want to just do shell challenges for fun, like I said, I've got a bunch on my gallery and a bunch of videos on them. They're really fun to do. I think some of my favorite videos to record are the shell challenge tours, where I like show off some of the best ones, like the coolest lots, because people do such amazing creative things with the shell challenge. It's just so fun. I think it's so cool how this exact same box can become so many thousands of different things, and we all had the exact same things to work with, but some people just do such creative, interesting ideas. You can use whatever packs you want, whatever you want to do. I only used the base game for this build. That's not like a limitation that you have. I just wanted to only use the base game because then all of you could download it. So the actual shell obviously is just walls, it's base game, and then this house is just base game. So if you want to play in my version, any of you can, but if you have packs, use whatever packs you want, any world you want, any lot size you want, literally do anything you want. If you've got a question, the answer is probably yes, you can do it, as long as you're not moving my walls. Do whatever you want, just don't touch my walls, okay? People ask a lot if you can add like gazebos or sheds to the back of the lot. If you want to put like a shed in the corner of the lot, that's fine. Just don't like put walls really close to the building. You know, don't be sneaky about it. You know if you're messing with the shell. Think to yourself, is this ruining Simsie's shell? Am I adding walls to Simsie's shell? Like if you're trying to put a box, like some walls, one tile away, you're probably cheating. But if you want to put a gazebo in the way back corner, I don't mind. That's fine. Feel free to add like a little tiny pool house or something or whatever, or like a tree house in the back of the lot. That's okay. Just don't like add walls to my shell. You know what you're doing. You know what you're asking. Don't add walls to my shell. Do not touch my walls. Otherwise, you're fine. Anything goes, basically. Now, you're going to see here, as I'm trying to mess with the floor plan, the stupid platforms were giving me such a hard time, but we ended up making it work eventually. It's just with the platforms, for some reason, when you close a room in the platforms, it like raises all the platforms up a little bit. And so I kept like placing a room and then the whole thing would be like, oops, I'm taller now. And then I had to like put it all back and then it would delete my furniture and it was just, oh, it was so frustrating. But in the end, this house ends up being a 3-bathroom, 4-bedroom house. I think there's 3 bedrooms upstairs, 1 bedroom downstairs, and then there's 2 bathrooms upstairs and 1 bathroom downstairs. We had a lot of issues with trying to figure out the floor plan because it is so small upstairs. Like the rooms were very long and skinny and I thought it was kind of weird. So you'll see me doing a lot of like moving furniture around and like trying to figure out, does this rug fit? Can I put a couch here? Where does the dining room go? Can I fit a bedroom? Like I messed around so much trying to figure all of that out. The other issue is that I really, really badly wanted the main like parents' bedroom to have an ensuite bathroom. purely because of the fact that upstairs, one of the rooms like only worked if it had an ensuite bathroom because the floor plan was so odd. And so I so badly wanted the parents to have an ensuite bathroom. That means like a bathroom that's connected to their bedroom with a door through it, but I couldn't make it work downstairs. And so I ended up having like the teenager has a bathroom in their bedroom, but the parents only have the like main downstairs bathroom, which is a bit weird. I feel like in real life, the parents probably have the like nicer bedroom with the ensuite bathroom. But in this house, the parents just have the regular guest bathroom that everyone uses downstairs as their main bathroom. So it's not that big of a deal. I just feel like realistically, like the parents always get the best room. But in this house, the biggest one was downstairs. It just didn't have an ensuite bathroom, which in real life, if I was actually playing this build and like actually building a house, I'd probably like make the house bigger to fit the room I wanted. But in a shell challenge, you can't do that because you can't change the walls. And so we had to just suck it up and suffer. As if not having an ensuite bathroom is suffering. Okay, Kayla. But I definitely went back and forth a lot trying to figure that out. I almost added an extra bathroom and made the bedroom smaller, but I was like, we don't need to have 4 bathrooms in this house. This is a small house. We do not need 4 bathrooms. That is ridiculous. So I ended up only putting the downstairs bathroom, just one of them, because this house is tiny. That is so dumb. A 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house in this small space, like that. Come on. It's not a tiny house, but it's definitely not a big house, I don't think. When you hear like 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, you think like massive house, at least in my mind. And this house is just not that. So we didn't do it. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna link some past shell challenges down below. These are truly some of the most fun videos to make. I just think it's so fun touring everybody's builds and seeing all the cool things you do. I'm also gonna stream some tours. I'm giving you a little bit over a week to do this shell challenge. I'm posting this video on December 1st, and I'm gonna tour them next Wednesday on the 9th on stream. So you've got a little bit over a week to do it. Like I said, I was gonna tour them next Tuesday, but the new Planet Zoo pack is coming out and I want to play it. So we'll tour them on Wednesday on stream and then maybe on Thursday or Friday on YouTube, depending on how long it takes me to look at them and stuff. But like I said before, I am anticipating getting like possibly hundreds or thousands of entries. And so if your only goal is for me to see it, I don't want you to get disappointed. I know there are going to be a lot of them. The gallery is kind of glitchy. Like the chances of me seeing it are probably low. I'm going to do my best to look at as many as possible. But like I said, there are going to be a lot of them and I don't want you to get upset if I can't get to it or if I don't like show it in the video or whatever. So if you're going to be sad, don't make the shell. Just do the shell for fun. Our goal should be just to have fun building and not like only for me to see it, right? I don't want to make you sad. That's not my goal, I promise. I want you to have fun and do a fun Sims build. That's all I want. That's all I ask. Shell challenges are for joy, not pain. Although they are a bit painful. I'll admit the roofing and the floor plans are a bit painful. I feel like I always build houses that are at its core, its very base is a rectangle, right? And then I add like bump outs and things to the rectangle. So the roof, when I do it, has like one main roof and then like additional decorative roofing pieces coming off of it. But whenever I do a shell challenge, you don't have that like nice, clean, like simple core to it. Like it's not a base of a rectangle. It's just a base of random walls. I built this shell on stream and I literally just went and I was like, I'm gonna draw a weird square. And I was like, okay, that's done. It took me like 2 minutes and I was like, here's my weird box. All right, go. I'll link that stream down below where I actually built the shell and then did my version. If you want to watch it, it's like 3 hours long. But if you want to watch me like actually build this house and hear my commentary and my pain as I spend hours trying to figure out how to make the floor plan, I'll link that video down below. I post all of my stream re-uploads on my second channel called More Simsie. So if you miss my live streams on Twitch, you can always watch it back on YouTube. I usually post them like a few days later because I kind of have a backlog of streams, so I'm like a little bit behind in re-uploading them, but I post them all on YouTube. So like I said, if you want, you can watch that. It's linked down below, along with like a million other shell videos. There's a lot of links in the description box if you're interested. There are a lot of things for you to check out. And one more thing, speaking of streams, I've got a little announcement for you. I'm doing a charity stream this weekend. I do a lot of charity streams on Twitch, and this weekend for December and like celebrating the holiday season, I'm doing a charity stream for Able Gamers. They're a charity that works to make gaming accessible to everyone. They do things like provide special equipment and controllers to those who need them. them. And just in general, they're an amazing, wonderful charity. Gaming is for everyone, and they work to make that possible. And so we're trying to raise money for them this weekend. I realize this whole video is like very time sensitive. This is very like first week of December news. So if you're watching in the future, I'm so sorry. But on December 5th at 10 a.m. Eastern time, that's 3 p.m. GMT. If you're in the UK, 3 p.m. for you. Hopefully you can figure that out based on where you live. Just Google it if you need help. I'll be live for 12 hours on Saturday, literally all day on Saturday, raising money for able gamers. So if you want to drop into our party, feel free. I'm gonna play a lot of The Sims and stuff, so I hope to see you there. I'll probably remind you again on Saturday in my video, but just in case, I want to like put it on your minds. Mark your calendars, everybody. Charity stream on Saturday. I think that's all the news. We covered all the bases. Don't touch my walls. Tour stream on Wednesday the 9th, Wednesday the 9th. Charity stream on Saturday the 5th, Saturday the 5th. All right, we got it. We're covered. Anyway, I think I'm very proud of this house. I had a lot of fun landscaping this one. I don't usually do landscaping in this way, like the little flower beds that I made. So I had a lot of fun trying to do that. I'll show you how I did this in more detail when we actually go in game and tour the house, because then I can give you better ideas of like how it actually works. But I never really do my houses and my landscaping like this, so it was kind of fun trying to mess with that. I also tried to use some like floors and tiling and stuff that I don't often use. Like I never use this wood flooring or that little beige tile, so it was kind of fun trying to branch out a little bit. Granted, the color scheme is very like cream and white and green, which honestly looks like a lot of houses that I built, but the house is very bright and cozy on the inside. So I don't think that it's a bad thing. It just, I will admit, looks very similar to a lot of my other builds in The Sims. But it's pretty, and that's all that matters, is that it's pretty, right? I'm so curious to see what you guys do, because obviously I built like a sort of like suburban cozy house. You could make some like ultra modern, really cool, clean thing with fancy windows. You could build like a museum. Like you could just turn this shell into literally anything. It's so fun to see how creative you all can be, because my mind is like house. Cute, cozy house. And everybody else is like, I'm gonna do this wild thing with my genius brain. And I'm not like you. I'm not as smart as you. But I really look forward to seeing your versions. I actually made this shell on Friday, so it's already been out for like a few days for my Twitch community to work on. And so people are like tweeting me a lot of things and showing me their builds already. I'm so excited about it. I'm trying to not look at them on the gallery because I don't want to get any spoilers yet, but if you tweet me your builds, I mean, I'll take the sneak peek. I won't say no to that, okay? I can't. My name, by the way, is just lilsimsie on Twitter. It's everywhere, is just lilsimsie. Instagram, Twitter. I have 3 videos I've posted on TikTok, also lilsimsie there. I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to follow me across all social media, I'm most active on YouTube and Twitch, obviously. I don't really post too often on other social media platforms because they scare me, but I do post very often on YouTube and Twitch. Every day, in fact. But the other places, like Twitter, nightmare. Scary place. Don't know what to do there. I'm afraid of it. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm afraid of Twitter. Every year on stream for the past 2 years, I say every year like it's a big long tradition. It's just been recently. I always do an advent calendar on stream because it's just really fun to like open up a little present. I'm not like religious. I never had advent calendars growing up, but a couple years ago, I found this Paw Patrol advent calendar. I've never even seen Paw Patrol, but a couple years ago, I found a Paw Patrol advent calendar and it had little Paw Patrol toys in it. And I was like, wow, I want that. Every day I can get a new Paw Patrol toy. Like, please sign me up. And then last year I had a dinosaur advent calendar. And now this year I got one that's full of rubber ducks. So I have 24 rubber ducks, and I'm really excited for stream later so I can open the first one. It says on here, it's like, for bath time or any time. And that makes me really happy. So I'm really looking forward to my duck advent calendar later. I love December. December is so much fun. There's pretty lights, and there's ducks, and you really can't lose. So I literally cannot wait for stream. I've been looking forward to this for weeks. This is a big week, okay? Ducks shell challenge. I'm gonna just clarify one more time the rules for the challenge. Literally do anything you want except for touch my walls. Anything goes except touching my walls. And if you wanted me to, and then when you're done, post it with the hashtag #DecemberSimsieShell on the gallery. That's #DecemberSimsieShell. All one word, but 3 words, you know, together in one hashtag, December Simsie shell. And then I'll tour them in like a week and a half, basically, on Twitch and then on YouTube. And we're kind of getting close to the end of the build now. As you can see, it's sort of coming together. I think I want to show you all the build in game so you can see what it actually looks like. Obviously, we started with this, this weird little box. And then I managed to turn it into this. Let me place it down quickly so we can actually look at it. Oh, I need move objects on. Hang on, don't look yet. Okay, we started with this weird empty box and we managed to turn it into this, not weird, not empty, and not even really a box. But you can see it's no, my columns are broken. It wasn't like that before. When I uploaded it wasn't. Oh, that is extremely upsetting. You saw in the video they were fine. Truly, truly devastating. Okay, well, don't look too closely at it. It's because of the platforms. They're all messed up. But the front of the house looks like this. The downstairs is brick and the upstairs is that yellow siding. The back of the house has got a big porch. It's got a big pool, some places to sit and eat. We've got a beautiful little like play area. We've got, what? How did this break? Whoa, hang on. See, the columns are fine on the gallery. Oh no, this was like this, how there's like the little, oh no, the columns and the platforms are all messed up. Is it even okay? Okay, it's all right on the inside. Well, as you can see, the house is actually medium wall height, but I've put platforms down instead of foundations. So this is a small platform that's like 3 high. And so we're using platforms instead of the foundations because that way you get sort of like a cool foundation look. You know how you can usually like raise up a foundation? Except we can do multiple heights of them next to each other. So we've got this platform that's this high, and this is like the little patio area. And then this is also a platform, but it's a round one. And then this platform is sort of acting as if it's like a little planter box area or something. And so we've done these planters on the front of the house and the side of the house, except it broke. This was on a platform. You saw it in the video. Oh, I'm so sad. And these columns are all missing. It's not even like inside, it's just missing. Okay, well, I'm very upset. And I might cry. But the inside of the house is also all on a platform because we wanted it to be the same height. So you can see the inside of the house actually starts like here. It's kind of fun trying to use platforms to do interesting things like this. It's not even splittable on the inside. I was thinking about having like a sunken living room, but I thought the inside was a little bit too small to do that. So instead we've got just like a regular living room. Small but cute kitchen back here, little dining space. We've got the parents' bedroom downstairs. That bathroom I was talking about that's not an ensuite. And then upstairs has a kind of weird shaped hallway, but it's got a desk, so it works. And then 3 bedrooms, one for a toddler that's very small, a teenager's room, a kid's room that they share, and then 2 bathrooms, one that's like the hall bathroom, and then one that's an ensuite. This kid got so lucky. They got a massive bedroom and they have this bathroom. Originally, I was kind of thinking about trying to make like the toddler's bedroom shaped like this, but I was like, is that too weird? The toddler has this like weird long skinny room. I guess this room is long and skinny, but I ended up making it a bathroom instead. I wonder if maybe when the toddler gets a little bit older, you could make this part of their bedroom or something. It's just such a weird shaped floor plan. It's so like long and skinny. It's hard to split up into rooms. I feel like a lot of you are gonna probably try and just have like 2 bedrooms, like one really big bedroom over here or something. I made it into a family house with a lot of bedrooms, but you could try and make it into like a bachelor's house with 1 bedroom if you want to. Also, you're totally allowed to delete floors if you want. Like if you wanted to have the staircase be open, think like the staircase open to the downstairs. Obviously it doesn't really work in this house, but if you wanted it to be open, you can delete floors. You just can't delete walls. No, don't do that. Cheating. You also can't change walls to half walls. That's cheating too. You can add half walls and you can like add fences, kind of like how I've done down here, but you can't switch them. You know, like changing a wall into a spandrel, that's cheating as well. Don't do that. Leave my walls, please. Please don't touch my walls. And on that note, I swear I'll leave you alone now. I'm looking forward to the tours next week. I cannot wait to see what you do with this. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I feel like I just talked for so long about nothing. What even is this video?